Ikaw ba, dear, parang after nito, mas gusto mo ba bumalik sa music or another acting project?
Ako naman po, I mean, definitely music is on the horizon for me, that's for sure. Never po naman yun nawala. I mean, all the while I was, doing acting, I just kept writing songs. So I think that's definitely what you'll be hearing from me very soon. Pero hindi naman po sa binibitawan ko po yung acting, like, with the right project coming along, I mean, why wouldn't I consider it? I really had fun with the series, and it's one of those things na ngayon na alam ko na kaya ko na siyang gawin. And although I still have a lot to learn, it just makes me more excited for what's yet to come.
Ano yung specific na pag-aalaga ni Aljon, yung mamimiss?
Ang mamimiss ko, I would say, I guess just, well, I mean the little things, like for example, pag sa taping, minsan hinihimayan ako ng pagkain.
Ay, toro!
Hindi, pero
Gusto ko din, no?
Ay, gusto mo din ako.
Hinihimayan ng pagkain.
It was just those little things that I've never experienced with anyone before. So, ganun, kumbaga parang yan yung isa sa mga pamamaraan niya kung paano siya nagpapakita na nag-care siya. But I think like from an emotional support side of things, yan yung mamimiss ko. And I really hope like that, that doesn't change like even after this project. I'd like to think it won't, but then, just simple things like that. I think in terms of him, being there for me in those moments na syempre, like preparing for a big scene and everything like that, like it's one of those things that nagkakaroon talaga kami ng bond na hindi mo rin talaga 100% ma-replicate, because like when you work with different people, like I feel like you have different experiences with him, and that will always be unique to him and I, kung paano niya ako inalalayan dito sa project na to, lalo na bilang first project ko. So,
Nahimayan mo na siya ng pagkain.
hindi pa ba?
Tsaka hinimayan ka niya.
Hinimayan ka na niya.
Pag kumakain kayo ng lunch, di ba yun?
Parang ganun po, parang mga instances po na parang kumbaga dinner break or...
Ano nakakamay kayo po? Hindi naman.
Ano po?
Pero hindi naman sinubukan. After
Wala pa naman
himayin,
yung
sinubo
subo.
sa'yo.
Hindi po, pero... hindi, pero ito, parang ang masasabi ko na when it comes to like things like that, like he really does take care of me, and naramdaman ko yun dito sa proseso na to na kumbaga kung ano yung mga languages niya, kung paano niya pinapakita na nag-care siya in terms of like acts of service and things like that. And it was my first time experiencing that with somebody ever, so it was just a really interesting experience to get to know somebody who's like that and na-appreciate it.
Naligaw ba siya?
Ibig sabihin ba nito na parang may nararamdaman siya sa'yo? Napipil mo
naligaw
ba?
Umabot ba kayo sa point na na-discuss nyo yung feelings ng isa't
Aray,
isa?
parang love life.
Tito boy.
Meron bang gano'n? Naligaw ba siya?
Ito po yung masasabi ko po ngayon. I mean, in terms of him and I, and how we feel about each other, like we have we have mature conversations about it, and I feel like in time, we'll see. Time will only tell in terms of like where we will go in terms of our friendship and our connection with each other. But as of now, like I really enjoy having him in my life, and I'm looking forward to having that connection even after this project.
Bakit hindi pa yun ngayon yung right?
Oo, kasi, how old are you? Ilan taon
I'm
na?
19. I'm turning 20 next week.
So, pwede na pala if ever. No?
Oo naman po, pwede
Hindi
na
naman
po.
pinipigilan ka ng parents mo. Hindi naman.
Hindi po. I think it's just a matter of, between two people in terms of, when the right time comes along, you just feel that it is. A lot of questions, like, I feel like, you guys could ask him as well, get his perspective on it as well. Pero ang masasabi ko, like, I don't close my door to anything, and in a lot of ways, like, he really is someone that I consider that I admire. And like I say, and I've said this during the first MediaCon pa lang, any girl would be lucky to have him. I think he's just, he's a gentleman, and he's a good person, mabuti pong tao.
Can you say na siya yung pinaka-special na tao sa buhay mo?
Oo naman po. I would say that lalo na po dito sa proyektong to na grabe po yung pinagsamahan po namin dito sa experience na to na nothing will ever change that, and I'll always treasure that in my heart and in my memory. Kumbaga, this version of us will always be something so special to me, and ako, I'm the type of person, I'm a very sentimental person, so hindi ako basta-basta nagle-let go when it comes to stuff like that. Like I like to keep, people like that close to me and close to my heart.
Pero hindi mo ba na-misinterpret yung feeling mo na bakit ganun ka concern si Aljon sa'yo because she likes you? May mga ganun, di ba?
Oh, I don't know.
Kasi parang sa babae parang aasa ka, tapos parang hindi naman.
Kung
May
gusto
mga
mo gawa,
ganun.
klaruhin mo muna. Yun ba yun?
I think it's a matter of, ito po, masasabi ko po, when it comes to how he and I feel about each other or in terms of discussions we've talked about things like that. And, I feel like right now we're at a point where, like I said, in time, that's, I think, what will help, I guess, like clarify things or even tell in terms of the progression of how our connection will be. I really wouldn't like to be the person who kumbaga yung pangunahan yung mga bagay-bagay. But as of now, I think it's just a matter of I'm not even gonna say na bata po kami kasi it's really not that at all. I think it's just us growing as individuals and we both have our own priorities. Pero with that being said, hindi ko po kayo showbiz in terms of like, like there's really that genuine connection between the two of us, and it's a very special one that I was also thought, like I never expected that it would happen and I would be able to find a person like that, and I'm just really blessed to have that in my life right now.
Ibig sabihin ba nito na getting to know pa rin, nasa getting to know each other pa rin kayo at this time?
Of course, I feel like hindi po yun talaga magsa-stop, that getting to know each other phase. I feel like every day I feel like I learn something new about him, and I feel like it's something that I really treasure. It's a part that I also don't want to necessarily rush into, but I feel like throughout this time, I won't lie, like I've gotten to know him so well, and I feel like I do know him on a different kind of level, and it's only a matter of time and fate, and if it's God willing that everything works out, then like I
Masasabi
accept
po
that.
ba na exclusive kayo? Like parang hindi kayo pwede mag-entertain ng ibang?
Exclusively dating.
No, parang ganun.
Wow, exclusive.
Or entertaining other?
Well, ito po, I can speak for I like to speak for myself. I'm not seeing anyone, at the moment. I'm also not necessarily in the mindset where I'm looking for anybody else. So, I think it's really, I leave it at that in terms of that. I think I'm the type of person that when I do have a genuine connection with someone that I am working on and I'm seeing, I don't actively look at anybody else. That's
Di
why.
malabas ba kayo together outside showbiz?
Ang kayo lang.
Kayo lang?
Opo.
You go out together? Kayong dalawa lang ha?
We have po.
Parang date. Nag-date.
Exclusively dating na.
I mean, I won't lie. We've gone out together in the sense that we've been able to have conversations. So, I mean, you can take you guys can honestly take it forever when how you would like to interpret it. Pero para po sa akin, I just have a really good time with him when we've had the chance to go out together and have conversations with each other.
Pero has it always been smooth sailing for both of you? Or nagkaroon ba ng tampuhan din through the series?
Nagkaroon ba ng
Especially
clash?
na...
Sa team clash?
I'll be very honest. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. We had our moments of showbiz. Honestly, no, it's
Hindi nga
not.
showbiz si
I
Jayda, very
understand.
honest.
Naintindihan ko po kung ano po yung your job and why you guys
Friend
are
kami ng nanay mo, no?
Oo naman po. And I understand. Naintindihan ko po kung saan po nanggagaling yung mga tanong nyo. Honestly po, to answer your question, it hasn't been smooth
So
sailing.
nagtatampuhan din
There
kayo?
were moments where I won't even lie. Like there were those moments wherein, syempre, a couple of misunderstandings happened, or like, it wasn't a perfect process. We've been through so much together, but I think things like that, it makes a connection with somebody stronger, and we've grown so much together through that. And kumbaga, yung mga obstacles or mga trials na nalampasan namin, we were able to get through it together.
In the first place, bota naman si mama at papa
Oo
mo
nga.
kay Aljon, di ba?
Uy,
Na-interview na.
Si Jingdong sa Jayda.
Talaga po. Ano po sabi nila?
pinaalalahanan ka lang syempre ng konti, diba? Pero ano ba?
Boto daw
sabi
sila
nila?
for Aljon. For
Sabi na
you.
yan? Sinabi yun?
Sinabi, oo.
Sabi niya, wow. It's good.
Nung na-interview namin sa screening,
Ito po,
okay naman daw.
you know,
Or
what's
pero do they have a take on, like sinasabi ba nila talaga sa'yo
Oo.
na kung ano lang dapat kayong dalawa ni Aljon?
No, hindi po sila nag-i-impose po kung ano po parang mangyayari po sa amin ni Aljon. Like, you know, that's one of the things that I love so much about my parents is they really give me the freedom to be able to live life and you know, experience. Lalo na kung nasa tamang lugar naman po. But when it comes to what they think of Aljon, I do know that they really appreciate how much he's been a really good partner to me and a gentleman throughout this process. And you know, it happens a lot, especially nitong mga nakaraang mga buwan. Like, nasa US po kasi sila ngayon. My mom, you know, wrapped up her tour there po. And you know, minsan po, pag nagtatawagan po kami ng parents ko, yung dad ko, kamusta siya na? Kamusta na si Aljon? Mga tipong gano'n. So, you know.
Kamusta na kayo ni Aljon? Walang gano'n.
Meron din. You'd be surprised. But, you know, I think, you know, to a certain extent, they've also, in the few times that they've been able to talk with Aljon, they've had really good conversations and they think that he's a really good person. And sabi po nila that he has a really good aura. And I would say that they really appreciate me having, or surrounding myself with people like him in my life. Na people who are healthy and who are people who genuinely support me and who don't look at me as competition or, you know, who look at me and just think about how they want to root for me and, you know, what I do with my
Hindi ba siya
career.
nag-nosebleed sa'yo?
Ano po?
Nag-nosebleed?
Nosebleed. Minsan po. Pero ano po,
Baka kaya na pressure siyang bumalik
Oo,
ng
mag-aaral na
school.
yun.
ano po, ano
Diba?
po.
Tingin ko.
You know what's really cool though is yung
Last question.
kumbaga sa sa mga usapan kumbaga sa mga usapan namin ni Aljon, I'm able to practice my Tagalog
That's
as
good,
well.
that's good.
Oo naman po. Tsaka ano po, ganun din po na parang feeling ko minsan napapa-English siya tapos sabihin ko, wow, napapa-English ka na din, parang nahawa siya sa akin, parang ganun daw. Pero yung tipong ganun, you know what I think is really interesting is we both come from really different backgrounds. Pero kumbaga yung pagiging opposite po namin sa isa't isa, it really blends well and combines well together.
Nagkiklik.
Nagkiklik po kami, and I think it boils down to the fact na we have our heart in the right place and in the same place na, you know, we have similar interests and we care about the same things and you know, no language barrier, no language will be
Hindi
able
naman,
to
sign language.
sign language, hindi naman. Pero if I may add, like, you know, he's a very smart person and ako, I don't measure intelligence, kumbaga, sa how well you can speak English. I think he's actually someone with so much wisdom in him, and like I said earlier in the media con, I like hearing his thoughts. Thank you po.
Last na lang, ano ba, after nito, kayo pa din ba ang sa next project? May ganun ba? Or parang...
Yan po, I mean,
Abangan.
abangan po.
Sayang kasi,
Yeah.
di ba nag-deliver?
I mean, if, ako po, if you ask me, I would be very much willing to work with him again. And ako, regardless of it, kung ano man yung will ni God para sa amin, tinatanggap po yun. Tinatanggap ko po yun. And,
Huwag ka mo umiyak, Mark.
Uy, iyak si Albert. Miss Enlighten na lang. To last episode.
yes. Hello to everyone watching. Of course, thank you so much for supporting Teen Clash. And sana po, masubaybayan nyo yung final 2 episodes ng Teen Clash, which are happening tonight at 8 p.m. on I1TFC episode 9 and on May 26 at 8 p.m. on I1TFC episode 10. So maraming salamat sa mga classmates and sa mga
Kaya nga eh.